Hi guys, it's Lane. In honor of Thanksgiving, I'm coming to you with a story time today about one Thanksgiving that we will probably never forget. It's been several years ago now, but one Thanksgiving we set the highway on fire. It's something that we've never lived down, and it's something that is like one of those crazy stories that you have no idea how it happened, but it did. But I'm going to take you along with me today, guys, and tell you about how we caught the highway on fire one Thanksgiving. My husband had the big idea that we were going to take our grill out to his mom's for Thanksgiving. He wanted to cook a turkey on the grill, so we loaded it up. We put, everything. It was a stand-up grill, and it had drawers in the bottom to where you could put, your utensils, your charcoal, whatever you needed underneath it. It had shelves for storage. So we loaded it on our trailer, strapped it down, headed out to his mama's for Thanksgiving, and we cooked the turkey. It was actually pretty awesome. He did a really good job. It was tender, it was juicy, and it was really good. But when we spent the day there, we had fun with the family. We had dinner. We got to visit and hang out. And then eventually it was time to head home. It was several hours later. We strapped everything back down and we started heading home. We got about halfway there, and all of a sudden we hear beeping like crazy coming up behind us. And then I look over and Davy's sister is on the shoulder, like trying to flag us down, honking, and she's like, pull over, pull over. So we're like, what in the world? What's going on? And then my husband looks in the rearview mirror and he sees smoke and he's like, oh my gosh. So we pull over to the side of the highway, and as soon as we stopped, this thing like whooshed and engulfed in flames and was literally like burning full force as soon as we pulled over and stopped. We didn't have any water with us. It was fall, so everything was like completely dry. Oh, and a side note, we literally had just bought the trailer. We had picked it up maybe a couple weeks before that, and it was one of the first big purchases that we'd ever made, like big boy purchases to where like, oh, it didn't hurt to spend, a decent amount of money. Like we had the money and we bought it because it was something that we needed, but this trailer was brand spanking new. And here it was sitting on the side of the highway with a flaming grill on it and about to be burnt to the ground. So my husband threw up the truck door, and the only thing that we had was like a 24 case of Pepsi. So we started cracking pop cans and we was like throwing it on this fire to get it out. And at some point, some of the embers or flames or whatever had caught the grass on fire surrounding us. So we were out there like stomping it all out. And all of a sudden, here comes Davy's grandma and grandpa, because everybody was coming back home and they were following not too far behind us, and they pulled over, and Davy's little grandma was out there with her camera and she was taking pictures of us as we were trying to get this fire out. And like actually she's passed on now, but a few years ago she had told us, she had reminded us that she still had those pictures if we wanted them. We were like, no thank you, we're good. We got the memories, we got that mental picture to hold us over. But not too long after they had stopped, a police officer actually had went by and saw what was going on and had stopped by. At that point, we had the fire pretty well put out, and we were just standing there with like this blackened grill. The bottom of the trailer, we had just put like a new marine grade plywood on it, was completely charred and black. And we were like, did that just happen? So we like dug in the back of the truck and find some extra straps, and we like strapped down the burnt remains of this grill and like continued on our way home. And for a couple years after that, every time we would go by that spot, there was this big giant patch of grass that grew like extra green and it was like taller than the rest, and it reminded us every single year like we caught that on fire. And I'm guessing maybe it was like the actual charcoal or something, it done something to the soil there, but it made that grass grow like crazy tall and super enriched to where You visibly knew that there was a difference between what we didn't burn to the ground and what actually caught on fire. But thankfully, it was like a field area and there was no like a hill or trees or any kind of debris. It was a small fire and it was easily containable, but yeah, one Thanksgiving we caught the side of the highway on fire. From what we could tell, the grill was out. There was no embers, there was no smoke, there was nothing that would have gave us any indication that this would have happened later. But somehow our best guess is that a coal or an ember got down into that bottom shelf area because we did have a bag of charcoal in there and I'm pretty sure we may have even had some lighter fluid. So that's what caught on fire. But I think we learned our lesson and we know next time to either cook the turkey ahead of time or maybe throw some water on the grill to where that doesn't happen again in the future. Now, this wasn't something like we cooked the turkey and loaded it back up. This was like hours later, like half a day later. So I'm guessing there was a combination of maybe the wind going down the road, maybe relit something, or we really have no idea. But yeah, one Thanksgiving we actually caught the side of the highway on fire. So my question to you guys is, do any of you have any crazy Thanksgiving stories that you'd like to share? Leave us a comment below and let us know about any of the Thanksgiving shenanigans that you guys have had happen to you in the past. But I hope you guys have a good week. We want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of our fans and subscribers. Enjoy your family and enjoy all those good, delicious treats. And we would like to challenge you guys this season to take a moment and really sit down and think about your blessings and what all you guys do have to be grateful and thankful for this season.